skip post pre-mission screen. Wait, no, this is the... We named them wrong. It's pre-stage, not pre-mission. Okay, so I need to go back down to this stage setting. So it's going to be skip pre-mission screen. I mean, pre-stage screen. Okay, so that'll do that. I need to regenerate, I think, everything. Did I have the other game objects? Yeah, we spelled them wrong there too. So we need to regenerate all the codes. Ships engaged in offensive boarding action can no longer ram the ship they're boarding. What? Metasac, yeah. It's a new direction. That's a pretty funny patch note for the Maelstrom game. It's like if you board the other ship, you can you can still ram them while you're boarding them. Oh, that's interesting. So if you turned into them, you could somehow like grab on their ship, because what you do is like these chains get deployed and all this crap. So you could like deploy the chains and then like turn around and slam into them. God, that's vicious. All right, well I gotta wait for this stuff to do there. And of course, we'll also have the mission where instead of Bitey playing Brackensack, he's actually going to get a bazooka that fires fat sacks, and you're going to have to. It's going to turn into a twin stick shooter where you run around on the ground with Bitey with a bazooka, shooting fat sacks, and there's actually fat sack missiles coming in from the sky, and it zooms way out. And you're basically just like firing these fat sacks at larger incoming fat sacks to pop them. I don't even know how it works, but it sounds pretty fun. Fat sacks Armageddon. We just turned it into a game of Worms Armageddon. Fat sacks are back in the game. If we're doing story missions, I think you'd see some fat sacks in there. I mean, I think if we're doing story missions, we're at least gonna see some critters in the background that are gonna do something for you. I mean, it wouldn't be Brackenwood unless there was some of that. More like Baconwood, where everything's made of bacon. And Bitey weighs like 500 pounds because he's been eating bacon. Though Bitey probably doesn't know how to cook, right? So, I mean, that's a few missions to be played with a fat sack instead of the bull. Fill from cutscene completion. Yes, this will be new stage.cutscene completion. Cannot convert from... Yeah, cutscene completion is not like. Wait, what? F mission completion. Convert to cutscene. Alright, yeah, this F mission completion is supposed to be a cutscene completion. Okay, so I need to regenerate 23. Fleals? I know, he's gonna have to do some animation, isn't he? Gonna have to put the Toon Boom skills to use. Well, the thing is, actually having like a whole mission system here, as well as, you know, a big level selection thing, really opens up the game for us to do things with it that otherwise we wouldn't be doing. Because when we made the decision to go multiplayer for the game because we needed something we could do on stream, it was pretty much like, okay, we can make all this single player content, but it's going to take forever and we're not sure if people are going to be here for it. Also, we can't play single player content like story missions over and over again. It's, can you even stream the making of them? You know, you're just going to spoil all the story. So getting the multiplayer in there is actually allowing us to do some of the single player, I think, because we're able to actually stream, you know, the development of everything. And then hooking up missions can be offline. Like hell, you could animate a cloud of Yu and do that on stream, but then be like, you're not gonna, you know, you might see these guys in one of the missions, but I'm not gonna give anything away. And then we have things that you can actually play on stream and all that. So it's an interesting route we have taken to actually building this stuff, but it seems like it's coming out all right. Stream is our only marketing outlet at the moment. What are you talking about? Facebook is great for marketing. I love Facebook. I love Facebook this much. It was a big much, right? No. Facebook marketing is trash. Hey, I followed somebody. I want to get notifications from them. Not so fast. They're going to have to pay us. But I wanted to receive notifications. Isn't that the thing with like the concept of streaming dev is people who watch it are not concerned by spoilers? I don't know. I don't know about that. I think they may not be. They may not think they're concerned about spoilers, but I think they are. In other words, I think you're wrong and I'm right, and that's just how it's going to be. All right, so convert to cutscene completion. I think it's right. I'll just wait for this compile and then redo it. You can always just not watch if you don't want to get spoiled. You can put in a warning. I don't care for. I don't know. That's kind of the thing is you want, if you're going to actually tell a story, you want that story to come out kind of at the same time because then people talk about it. They're like, "Oh my god, have you seen this thing yet? I want to talk to you about it." No, I haven't. Well, you need to go home and beat that because then we can talk about it. And then you've got peer pressure doing your marketing for you. And as we all know by the actions of many teenagers, peer pressure is incredibly effective at doing many things, including ruining your life. So we need to use those tools, those life-ruining tools, for marketing because that's how you become successful. It's not by virtue. It's through exploitation. You're much more interested in the process anyway. Yeah, that's true. I should just go get a like the ultimate ego trip, right? Let's say we're successful with this game. Go get a job. All right, let's see. Why is this all pissed off? Convert to cutscene completion. It's got the const completion reference. This is a const cutscene reference. See declaration. So what is it saying? Overloaded function differs only by return type. Oh, yeah, the return type is a mission completion, not a cutscene completion. So the ultimate ego trip would be to say this thing is successful, right? And then go get a job as like a part-time professor teaching game design or something, and then just like point them to my YouTube channel. Just be like, well, you know, there's 900 hours of content on here for Brackensack. You need to watch 10 different episodes and comment on, you know, how amazing I am and all the good decisions I made, and write a report on it, and then get back to me, and then I'll score you on how well you pointed out my positive features. I'd be all right with that. Okay, so we have these scene cutscenes, so we can skip things if we've seen them. And we have the skip pre-stage and post-stage screens. So let's implement the skipping of the screens first. So skip pre-stage, skip post-stage. Let's do that. And the AI. I don't want to forget that. So a few things. We need the AI respects its game mode for side. We skip pre/post stage screen and skip cutscene based on if seen for all cutscene nodes. Alright, makes sense. I don't know, Karakan. I don't think Adam's going to share any of that story till it's like shipped and got a price tag on it, or at least shipped. He's pretty secretive about all those story things to the point of not wanting to tell anybody. I'd be like, Adam, you got to tell me the bits of the story so I can build stuff, and he's like, I don't want to, and that's fine. So the pre-stage screen. So what we want to do is go to our level edge actions for, we're going to want to go to the so it's going to be set pre-stage. So what we want to do is we want to get our current stage. We want to break it. We want to get our cutscene completion. No, we want to do this skip. This is pre-stage. We need a branch. So if that's true, we need to do the things. Because we're in the pre-stage, so what we're going to do is we're going to set in stage. It actually goes to the pre-stage cutscene, right? So we're pre-stage right now, so set pre-stage cutscene. We're also going to need this cutscene completion break here for scene intro. So if scene intro is not true, then go to the pre-stage cutscene. Otherwise, go to in stage. Okay. So we need to also go to wherever we set pre-stage. So let's find our references to set pre-stage. Set pre-stage. I mean, I can put in skips all over the place here. Alright, so we can just set the pre-stage cutscene as well. Alright, so if we have seen the intro, otherwise, then we're going to go to our cutscene. So it's either going to be in stage or pre-stage cutscene. So if we have seen the intro, we're going to go into the stage. Otherwise, we're going to go into a pre-stage cutscene. Okay, so set pre-stage here. So let's get our current stage, break it apart. And so we'll do branch our skip pre-stage cuts, skip pre-stage. We also need our cutscene breakage there. So let's see, if skip pre-stage screen is not true, do that. Go to the pre-stage screen. Otherwise, if we have not seen the cutscene, go to the cutscene. Otherwise, go into the stage. And this is kind of copy pasted everywhere. I'm just gonna do that for now. Update loading stage. Okay, so we got that. we want to go to the pre-mission cutscene. Yeah, so pre-mission. Set pre-mission cutscene. Basically, we want to do all this cutscene stuff if so let's get the current mission. Let's get the mission data off of it, break it, break the mission completion, break the cutscene completion. If we have not seen the intro, then we'll do the thing. Otherwise, we're going to do our set loading stage. Just like, we don't need to play the cutscene, just get going. Alright, so start cutscene. So this is set pre-mission cutscene. I think we need to go to the update pre-mission cutscene. So we need another OR here. Basically, if we have seen the intro, no, we want to just keep this because we might have like, no. Whatever, let's just do if we've seen it. Good enough for me. Then go ahead and end the cutscene, destroy it. Okay, so that's pre-mission, pre-stage. Let's see, update pre-mission cutscene. Update pre-stage cutscene needs to do the same thing. So we got an OR here with we need to grab the current stage, get the cutscene completion, break that, and if we have seen the intro, bail. Okay, so that'll do that. Pre-stage cutscene, pre-mission screen, pre-stage screen. Is there update pre-stage screen? Update pre-stage. We'll add one in here for this guy, so it's so let's get the current stage, break it, break the cutscene. Yeah, so if it's skip pre-stage screen, we'll skip the pre-stage screen. I've got basically these checks all over the place just to make sure if we ever accidentally get into this state that it'll just fix itself. It's kind of probably a wasteful programming habit. Usually you want to have less code that does things and do more edge-based checking, but I tend to just write systems with the idea of they should follow the path of least idiocy. It's like, oh, somebody called play cutscene, but we're supposed to skip the cutscene. Well, let's just, if we're playing the cutscene, stop the cutscene and skip it. So if there's a bug where we get there, it at least doesn't just play the whole fucking unskippable cutscene or something. It'll just like play one frame of it and then be like, oh, I'm not supposed to be doing this, and stops, you know? So people would say, oh, there's a glitch where the thing plays for, a quarter of a second, but then goes. And you're like, oh, well, that's worse than not. Okay, so this is update pre-stage. We'll go ahead and the pre-stage cutscene. All right, I need to go to set pre-stage because it goes pre-stage cutscene stage. Okay, no. I was like, I thought I had this correct. Okay, so start current stage is going to check if we have seen the intro. Then we're going to see it. Otherwise, we're not going to see it. Okay, so pre-stage cutscene will not play. Let's go into the pre-stage cutscene. The pre-stage cutscene does not have... Alright, pre-stage cutscene needs to do things. We're going to check if we have seen the intro for the stage, and if we have not, then we're gonna do all this stuff. Otherwise, we are going to go ahead and go to the end. Do that. So server set and stage. All right, so we're in the stage. We're going to go to post stage. So server set post stage is going to do all this stuff, and then we need to get current stage, break it, and if our skip post stage screen is true, then we need to post stage is supposed to go to so post stage needs to go to post mission cutscene. All right. This is getting complicated. So basically I need to run all this logic here, which is more than I'd like to. Basically, what we're probably going to want to do is if skip post stage screen, we're going to call update post stage screen right here, and we go into update post screen, and we're going to, is this auto in stage? Yeah, so pretty much what we want to do is this skip post stage screen goes in right there. and that'll run all this trash. Okay, so the other thing is we need to break this mission completion apart and break the cutscene completion. So if we've seen the exit, if we have not seen the exit cutscene, watch the exit cutscene. Otherwise, do that. So post-mission cutscene, basically if we want to grab the current mission, break it, do all this stuff, if we have seen the exit, then we want to do the server set post mission. So just get out of there. Okay, so we're going to skip the pre-mission, we're going to skip the post-mission. So let's go through it real quick. The server set post, the post stage, if skip that, update post stage immediately. Honestly, I think this is what needs to happen, is this guy goes at the beginning. Otherwise, we do the game state change stuff. And that's because post-stage is a whole bunch of crap in it. Alright, so pre-stage, we've got we should probably take this pre-stage cutscene thing out of here. No, we still need to set the options. Destroy all the balls and do everything else. We still need to do all this stuff. The problem is I don't want it to pop up. It should queue up events, push the screen and immediately go through it. So I'll have to just see if it does what I want and fix it. Okay, so if we want a stage and we want it to reset and do all that stuff, it's going to be, we need a mission. So let's do mission 2. And mission 2 is going to have another, let's just copy a stage. So this guy is going to have cutscene completion of, we've seen the intro, we've seen the exit. We don't need any of that. So we want skip pre-stage and post-stage screen on this guy, and then we want a third thing here. And we're also going to want the intro cutscene to be GL intro, and we want to have say, okay, we've seen the intro. So let's see if any of this works. So if we select that second mission, we start it, we didn't get a cutscene because we'd already seen the cutscene. We should get a pre-stage screen here. We should then have 30 seconds to score a goal. with a gigantic fat sack. Alright, so we got mission 1, stage 1. We hit continue. And I don't think it did the right thing. Alright, I'm not going to worry about getting it perfect, so that's not working yet, is what it seems like. So let me see, if I go into the... It's update loading stage, so it's going to be, if not skip. So we go here, we do this. We've already seen the cutscene. We go into the pre-stage screen. It should go ahead and let us go into the pre-stage screen. This is loading. Alright, so we start this guy. We should not go into the next stage screen. Server set pre-stage, so skip pre-stage screen. This is inside of, what is the current stage? I think what's probably happening here is this is mission 2. We probably haven't saved it. It's probably just a data problem. Mission completion, we have seen the intro. Skip pre-stage screen. True and true. Okay, so that is true. I actually haven't tried multiple stages, have I? All right, well, probably what I need to do is, we've got these settings. Um, to be honest, I think there's another setting in here which is like a reset level. This is going to be something that needs to be in here too. So let's just add reset level, and I'll come back later and yeah, so we'll do reset level. And I'll just need to implement these things because I'm pretty much toast. So the other thing is to have the bots. Let's see if it's real easy for me to add the AI here to yeah, we've got this type here for bots. I can just set these guys always to this, but is there like get team? Bot A standard. So I think this parent is standard AI group bracket bot. Yeah, so what we want on here is GM underscore. We need a player type. So I need to switch off of this team. So if it's none, we'll do this. And we'll snag that in there. Yeah, MoveBot's not going to help you there. Right now it's coming on 6 hours, but this is not the first time I've been streaming today. Okay, so what I need to do is do parent get player type. I need to slot that into everything here. So the bots will now respect the player types, which is the game mode options for stuff. So we can have bots that are on your team versus bots that are on the other team. Okay, so we had it in the idle. There was nothing in celebrate. There's nothing in attack. Really? Nothing in attack? It's because the bots, the AI for the bots is pretty basic. Like, the AI for the bots does not actually do a whole hell of a lot. They pretty much just press buttons on the controller. Alright, so I'll regen the reset level stuff and put that in there. So I'm going to write down the stage flow is not complete for pre-post stage and skipping screens. And the reset level flag is not respected. It looks like the skip cutscene is respected at least, so I got that. And was that option 7? Oh, need to run option 23. Just make sure I ran option 7. I've got it so if you run one of these options and it regenerates code, if it doesn't need to do anything, it'll just nothing to do. Alright, good. So let's do that. Let's go to our game data. This is on the stage. So on our stage here, it is reset level. And up here, and let's make sure everything builds, and once it builds, I think I'm done. I'll just submit everything. One step closer to missions working. Because I don't want to start on the next thing, which is getting the stage flow all correct, because that's kind of the next big task, which is getting the stage screen working. Like, it's going to be a lot easier to debug what stage I'm on inside of the level when the damned UI screen actually says, you're on stage 1. You know, like, that'll be a big hint as opposed to having to read a whole bunch of stupid-ass variables, you know. kind of makes debugging easier when it beats you over the head with what the hell it's doing. What's it doing? Oh, well, let me just get out the decoder ring and be like, well, it put out the number 4 after the number 3. So that only happens when you misspell reset level and it's compiling. So it must be that we're building after somebody typed in something stupid. What if Bitey had shoes? See, I made him better. There's your character customization. You can get black socks for Bitey. And then black mittens. And then black eyes. And then we can whitewash him. Turn him into Mickey Mouse. With, what does Mickey Mouse look like? He's got like big stupid hands. So we could have Mickey Mouse biting. Yeah, headband. Yeah, we'll just. There we go. What would a top tier Dashkin player look like? He's got a headband, right? He's got some sweet gloves. You know, like some knuckle dusters on there. He's got like some shiny shin guards. And then he's got like some extra awesome pointy shoes. And then it's got like a flaming aura. He's got big ass horns. And like super angry face as well. Needs more WoW clone syndrome. Yeah, it does. I mean, this looks like a pair of scissors that's on his head. Or we can just put him in jail. He's like, what? He needs an exclamation point instead of a question mark. It's a quick time event actually. Because at some level, it doesn't matter anymore. It's just going to pop up what you need, and it's just going to be, just like press A to win. And then you win. Don't run with scissors. Yeah. That could be a short, like, 10-second Bitey animation for Brackenwood. It's just Bitey's head pops up behind a log and there's a pair of scissors. He grabs the scissors, starts running, and then just immediately impales himself on a tree. Don't run with scissors, folks. I mean, what would be the most tragic thing? Like, he trips and, like, kills Fat Sack with a pair of scissors? Or make it even darker, just like, he trips, the scissors are embedded into him, he just immediately dies, and all these, it, like, cuts out, and it's just like a bunch of Fat Sacks are slowly roaming up to him to, like, eat him. Alright, so let's go into the gameplay levels, missions. Let's go to mission 2. Let's just make sure this, if we go to our stages, stage 1 is going to reset level. Reset level needs to be true by default. So let's actually regenerate that. And that shouldn't do too much. I think it's only going to copy over the CPP file, I believe, because it's the default value. So it should be a pretty simple build. Fat Sacks move to eat bitey, you invade, roll credits, yeah. Lemony Wee, off in chains. The end of all things good. Or even darker. She's like throws herself off a cliff. You're like, oh no. Adam, are you okay? I know it's been a tough week, but damn. Even worse, the fat sacks off in chains and like some big press gang sort of thing. Like, oh no, those poor creatures. Mission 2, Stage 2, reset level false. Cool, so let's go take a look at level 2.